Now we want to move forward to taking 1, 2, 3 phone calls from you to ask you about the money that is going to be given out to a number of people. And that is the former presidential families that are going to be given 1 billion each, the governors who will divide 350 million, and then the vice presidents who will be dividing 400 million, and then coming down to the former speakers who will be dividing 350 million. Adam, on your calculator, could you add that for me? We have 7 billion Ugandan shillings. Can you add billions though? And then we have 350 million, and then we have another 350 million, and then we have 400 million in total. What do we have?
So I really can't add billions. It's going to confuse me.
It's going to confuse.
That is, it's honest. I'm a common man.
So you're saying you can't add. For you who can add it for us, tell us the total of how much that is going to be. We have a lot of money in stake. We have 350 plus 350. That's 700. Add the 400. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1.1 billion, and then we had plus 7, that's 8.1 billion. I'm not too bad at math, am I? Yes, so those are the calculations.
Sure those are the correct answers.
Oh, they are correct. So those are the calculations. And there is a lot of money that is going to come from the treasury to this number of people that have been named. However, we also know that in the history of Uganda, there's money that was supposed to be dispersed to a number of people, but the money never reached. We have the money that was supposed to be dispersed to the older people who are in Uganda. There's also money that was supposed to be given to former rebels who later on became friends with the government, and they had promised them that once they abdicated their power, they'd be paid a certain amount of money. Those are also there. And then we have the older persons who were promised some money. But the problem with Uganda, Adam, like we've always said, is corruption. 1 minute, money is put, a lot of money is put on the table. And then the other minute, families of the presidents will come out complaining that they did not receive that money. How do we ensure that that money reaches the people who are supposed to get that money? The pensioners' funds never reached. The teachers, private teachers' funds never reached. So how do we ensure this money reaches to these people? And is 1 billion sufficient for the former president's family? Is 350 million sufficient for governors? Is 350 million sufficient for vice speakers, or speakers, former speakers, and then the vice presidents at 400 million? One, is that money sufficient? Two, will it reach its destination? How do we ensure it reaches its destination? And three, do we need to give them that money afterwards?
Sente ezo mu bufunze zigenda okuweebwa abaliko abamyuka w'abakulembeze wamu ate n'abakubiriza enkiiko z'eggwanga oba tubayite ba speaker. Sente ezigenda obbaweebwa ezo zinaabatuukako nnyingi oba ntono. So byebyo ogenda kubanga otukubira essimu obenga otutegeeza ensonga gwe nga Munnayuganda tuze tulaba bingi corruption, sente ne bazirya balidde zino eza covid, simala abavubuka myama youth sinafuna zange zabo. I'm almost getting old. So ebintu ng'ebyo tetumanyi because kino it's according to our history as a country. You can't rule out history. Sometimes your future if you don't, take care. So we want to understand from you, our callers, mwe Bannayuganda aba bulijjo. Kigenda kubeera kitya sente zafulumye zibadde zigwana oba twalikozeewo ekisingako ntono oba nnyingi? Call us, enamba ziri ku kitegedde. Yes.
Well, as we're discussing this on a general platform, they're being given 1 billion. And we know that the Ugandan money in its state right now has seen a depreciation. And that means 1 billion is an amount that is just okay. Now, what other options would have been there for these families? There is the Myoga project that came up. And the Myoga project happened. Of course, money was also taken from the very many projects, and we saw it die. There's the Bonova Gagawali project that came up, and we also saw it die. There's the agricultural project of nuts that came up, and we also saw it die. There's the youth fund that also came up, and the recent one that was called... the very recent one that was launched during the campaigns.
That is Imyoga from 7. And then the Operation Wealth Creation.
Yes, Operation Wealth Creation is also there. Now, all these things came. A very good morning. Hello? A very good morning. Your names and where you're calling from. STV First Show. Nange Latif Ahmed.
Hello?
Yes, Amanya Bonejo Committee.
Yeah, I'm Cashin from Yesha.
Yes, please.
As you said, you get to Kawaii. That's been
Madam Minze or your gazette man, because you sound like you're in bed and you decided that I'll be a compassion, you're getting a go, Naenda Sigala, Muchitanda Chang, and you're getting a go, and I'm still on my bed. However, a lot of vigor, it's a morning, it's something that we need to do with vigor because after this, we're moving forward to start the day. Very good morning.
Good morning, how are you? How are you, Latifa and Mayamba?
We are fine.
Yeah. It's good to pay the president. Kirungi nnyo basasula abakulembeze naye nze kyendowooza kiri kimu nti basasule abakulembeze bokka abaava mu nsi. Kyekyandikoze omugaso because ndaba mu kutimba batimbamu n'abantu bano abakyali balamu, kimanyi basipiika abakyali balamu, ba vice presidents abakyali abalamu, ekyo kiba kyononera ddala ssente. Nze kyembadde ndowooza kimu nti basasule bakompakitinge bano abakulembeze bano abaava mu nsi lwakuba olaba nti famire zaabwe zeetaaga obuyambi saawa abaali bazisitula bonna tebakyaliwo mu nsi tebalina koona wadde n'emu gye balimu kati famire ezo ez'abantu abaafa baziyambe naye kiraba omugaso gw'okusasula abantu simanyi ono sipiika abadde ali sipiika ng'akyali mulamu kibanga okumwongera mu bwongezi ssente weyagaye kitagenda kuyamba ziba zewonemera ddala ssente z'omuwa omusolo nze mpagira babasasule naye basasule abantu abaava mu nsi wadde sipiika wadde vice president nga yava mu nsi bafune ssente ze bafune ensaka ezo ziba zisobola okuyamba famire zaabwe okuddamu okuyimirira obulungi otherwise ekyo kirungi nnyo kiba kiraga kyayiredde mu kulungi ennungi.
STV and the first show. Adam does Specioza Wandera Kazigwe deserve the money. She's one of the vice presidents that were in Uganda.
I think she does deserve it. Though what I'm saying, what the gentleman raised, I think that is Fazil. It is what I was saying. For example, we have a caller.
Good morning. Hello, very good morning. You're on the first show. Your name is and where you're calling from. Twasuze bulungi wasuze otya sebo.
Bulungi. Neba kuwere.
Kale sebo nawe bali okulaba oba okusiima.
Ekyembadde nteesa. Abakulu omugamba simanyi okusasula eyite ekitege tebaabwanga bakyakola baziteekawa. Bandibadde ssente bazitera ku bantu abatalina mu gavumenti okusinga okukwata ate abalina ne babongera ekisinga ku kijanja. Uganda bwesaana abanaku gye bali bangi bategefu at least obusente obubagira abantu abatalina n'okusinga ate okuwaabo ate abalina babongere ejja tekirife gye babawadde na kikumi tebafumbya yadde mwebale.
A lot of concerns reigning around the fact that there's some speakers who are still speakers, and there was a speaker who is now the vice president. Do we still give them this money? Yet walemu buyinza and sente bachazirina. Do we still give them this money, or do we just give them the people who are?
Of course, Latifa, but take that this is like this. It needs to happen. So you're going to have a list of names, and the person's name is going to be there. So I don't know under what kind of rule are you going to cross it out that this person is living, we shouldn't, unless otherwise if it is passed like that. And it's a concern to people, they are raising it.
I think it's not about the concept of living or not. It's the concept of whether this person is still in power or they're not in power.
But a lot of people are getting a lot of benefits. You've been the deputy, you become the speaker, now you're the vice president. All those positions have benefits.
Very good morning. Hello, sir. Well, unfortunately, we can't hear him now. Just a note to make is that it's raining outside. there is wind, there is rain, and for you who is out there and getting ready to go to work, you need to know that it's a wet day. Put on your jacket, put on your raincoat, put on your boots, and make sure it's the closed shoes, because it started raining in the morning, it stopped a bit, and then it has started raining again, and you need to be careful that when you come out and go to work, and remember the rules we usually give you: drive slowly when you're going to work. There's flood somewhere in town, so you don't fall in a pothole stroke ditch where you don't get yourself in trouble and you don't knock someone else. And make sure both your headlights are on, so that people, that they call the hazard light, make sure they're on so that people know that there's a car in front. Adam.
Yes. Latifa, now adding on to what we've been discussing, there's a caller who have said, you know, there are a lot of poor people down there. These people need this money, and you know, where are we giving them? So the man was asking, where did the money that they made, where is the money they made? They have been in governments, they have been making money, what? So these are the concerns that are coming from people. And Latifa, you know, it's a lot of money, though me, you know, it pains me for the, you know, Muntu Awansi. How is it going to look to them? People are suffering, you know, already there is no medicine, some are expired, people are asked for money. We have a lot of problems. And you know, these, I don't know how we can really trace the true families, because now wrangles are going to come up. You know that? Wrangles are going to come up. We have a lot of families. The man had a lot of wives, the kids, what? Because 1 billion is a very big, is a very big sum of money, Latifa. People are going to, you know, cause a lot of chaos. Though I think, me, I'm skeptical about why it is coming right now, and you know, depending on our history. So I don't know if they are trying to, you know, make it in harmony, because the president has always vilified Amin every time he was speaking, and you know, he spoke about the name Amin. There were no good words for it. So.
But even after he vilified Amin, he still made one of Amin's son, he still put them in his government. And there's another one who is also working with the president. So even after he did that, he still put them on. Let's pick our last caller. Very good morning.